Well, now the numbers are in, and the person in charge of Ohio's elections has released statewide data on voters who changed their voting party for the presidential primary.
27 First News reporter Dan Marcel is live in the studio now with a breakdown. Dan?
Dave and Erica, I spoke with people who run the boards of elections in the area. They say that this election season was one they will remember for a long time.
I've been here 28 years and never seen anything like it.
Joyce Kale Pesta is the director of the Mahoning County Board of Elections. Back in March, when Ohio voters cast their ballot for the presidential primary, Pesta and her team needed extra ballots for people who wanted to vote Republican.
Approximately 13,000 registered voters registered Republicans when the primary began, and at the end of the primary they had 34,000.
According to data released by the Ohio Secretary of State John Husted, more than 115,000 voters switched from the Democratic Party to the Republican for the presidential primary. A little more than 34,000 people made the switch from the Republican side to the Democratic side, with more unaffiliated voters choosing their sides as well. Almost 1.8 million people either joined or switched their political party, highlighting what has been one of the most intense presidential primaries in recent history.
It's a good feeling. I mean, we'd like to have 100% turnout instead of 50% turnout. It makes you feel good as a human being, too, to see people want to get out and get involved.
The Board of Elections in Ohio will be working around the clock until November. Kale Pesta says when voters do show up, they're not just voting for president, but they're also voting for less high-profile positions.
It's important to every county, especially with the cuts in funding to the counties and to the different programs in the county. So who is our governor, who is our state rep, who is our congressman is very important to us, when we vote.
And now, for the voters that do want to stay unaffiliated for each election, you can vote on only official questions and issue ballots. You will still be able to vote, though, in the general election. For now, in the studio, Dan Marcel, WKBN 27 First News.